In fact, I signed it by accident generally in the market.
You were focused.
I was paying my water.
Are people just kind of prepping for a slowdown or something?
We good to go, April?
We're good to go.
All right, Aaron.
I'm not sure.
You still
You
are
still until we
the next
officially
agenda item.
remember to the agenda item.
Oh, okay, let's have an
You're still in
election.
charge? Well, we have to first do the, before we elect anyone, we have to
Just say welcome. It's your last
Welcome,
chance.
everybody, and
officially open the meeting.
I'll see you in September. Did you know that we appointed you as chairman?
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
No. Do I get a say?
No,
They wanted to.
my aged brain is given out. I've turned into what real estate salesmen eventually turned into. I wanted to see if she's awake.
Old woman? An old woman. Turn into.
That's what he's going to do.
You
Turn
can
into an old
With-
woman.
You can take
Ulcers
corrective
and
action,
gray
I'm
hair.
sure.
Okay, let's elect a chairman and a vice chairman. And
I don't think we talked about it.
I nominate, who do I nominate?
Elaine.
Was that going to be Elaine?
Yeah.
Elaine.
Elaine.
Elaine. Elaine, you're gonna do
Parker.
it. And
Elaine,
you're gonna-
right?
And you're gonna get all the phone calls.
Okay.
We get a lot of hate mail and
Hate mail.
If you'll recall at the last meeting, there was a lot of looking down,
Fighting and,
wanting no one wanted to say I'll do it, and we suggested approaching Elaine, who I think expressed an interest or a willingness, I say,
Willing.
during the year last year, and
bless you.
so I reached out to Elaine, and she said, "Sure, I could do that." So
I
Crisis
recommend
averted.
Elaine as chairman, and Sean, he hasn't done enough yet as vice chairman.
So I'm continuing my position.
You
Yes.
need to,
Okay.
son.
Okay, let's move on. We have a lot to discuss.
Well, don't we
Wait a
need
minute,
to
I-
vote?
let's take a vote.
Yeah,
No.
let's vote.
Say aye.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? No, I favor it.
Great. So with
Okay.
that, we'll transfer the meeting responsibility over to Elaine.
Right, and then I'll sit back.
Sit back and offer some constructive input as we go through the meeting.
I don't know the language, so you'll have to
I'll
help
help
me.
you.
Well,
Okay.
it's pretty pornographic.
What? Okay, we need to approve the minutes from last meeting on January 26th. Do I get a,
I motion that we, or I second the motion, because you just
No,
made a motion.
No,
Oh,
she's
I
the
made,
chair,
okay.
so she's looking
So
for
I will make a
for-
motion that we approve that, the
okay,
minutes.
is there a second?
I'll second.
See,
Okay.
when I said that, we talked about dirty things like weeds.
And then,
And,
then you say all in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Any opposed? Okay, the motion is carried. Tomorrow night is our city council meeting. That is at 6 p.m., correct?
That's correct.
We need to discuss what we are going to talk about. Are we going to use a PowerPoint?
So
like
yeah,
year?
last month,
Okay.
because obviously you weren't there, he went over the last year's PowerPoint, and you made a few modifications, but we're going to finalize that right now.
Right.
Okay.
So what we did is we went through last year's presentation, which stated the commission's mission statement, what it accomplished last year, and then what it hopes to accomplish next year. And there were some discussion items of what we wanted to add to this year. So we reviewed that and said we'd fine-tune it today. So I took some of the suggestions that were offered at the last meeting and have incorporated them into the presentation. So I think it'd probably be most effective to just go through it slide by slide and make sure that everyone agrees that it reflects what we want. I asked Peter Wolfley, who's our communications specialist at Orem City, to be here as well, because there was some discussion of how we can better reach out to the public, and he can come and offer us some
Oh,
ideas
awesome. Thanks for
and,
coming.
and help him. So he's a wealth of knowledge and just an all-around good guy. So.
Yes, he does.
So the mission statement will remain the same. The Orem Beautification Advisory Commission seeks to preserve and enhance the beauty of Orem City. We strive to inspire businesses and residents to continually beautify their surroundings through city-sponsored initiatives, events, and programs.
Okay.
This was our commission makeup last year. Oh, I should mention that Councilmember Spencer is out of town and is unable to attend today, so he has to be excused.
Is he still?
He is. He was.
So when do they change? How do they?
Every year, the mayor considers making changes, and he just didn't make a change in
okay.
this one.
So it wasn't like from some middle of the year change. It's beginning of the year, and
Yes.
he's gonna okay.
Yeah, so
I was
he'll
just curious how
be
that worked.
appointed for
Okay.
the next year as well.
Okay.
And it's not uncommon for the mayor to have these 2-year appointments.
Okay.
So maybe we could like Photoshop Jason in.
Yeah.
Maybe we ought to
You
leave
take
a
it from that
spot for
picture?
him. Like you, and then we'll just take your head
take
off
his
and
face
put
and-
his face.
Yeah.
I know a guy who could.
Just stick his head on my body.
Except it doesn't have Vickie in it. So, and
Oh,
Vickie
yeah,
wore
no.
her shirt. It's picture day. She got all done.
I
She wants
am
to
so
get a
excited for
picture.
She
picture
did her
day.
hair.
I did do
her
my hair just for
makeup.
this.
Okay then.
I don't
This
wear
is-
makeup, but
You know, Aaron,
it's
if
all
I was
good.
real
Looks
close,
like
it
he
looks
does.
like you're wearing a
Or-
different blue shirt in this picture too. So
Yeah.
we can.
I think that's
we
why
can
he's in the
probably
back.
Photoshop blue onto that as well.
I think that's why he's in the back because the year before that he was up front and center in that one chair.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
the king
Yes.
of the commission.
Okay, so once we're done with the meeting, we can just on our way out grab a quick picture, and then I'll just incorporate it into the.
We can Photoshop city council. guys.
I'm going to ask Pete to just kind of work some magic to get everybody in there. So Pete, pretty much everybody. Jason's missing, Dave Spencer's missing, and then we're going to take a picture with Vickie in it, and we'll
Just meld them all together.
get them to look good and like everyone was here. Okay.
Does anyone want a couple extra inches while we're at
I
it?
was gonna say I have a big pimple on my chin, so
I was saying
Block that
take
out.
inches off.
Yeah, right.
Or age. I'd like a few years off.
Moving on, and I guess I should mention, Elaine, you will be the spokesperson at this, and we'll have the presentation there, the PowerPoint already, and you'll just sit right at the front. Everybody will sit around you to
Unless
buoy
Sean
you
wants
up.
to do it again.
All right, either way.
If you don't want to, it sounds like he's willing to.
I am more than willing to, as long as other people could contribute a little bit. I think it'd be good
Okay.
to have everyone say something because I don't think it looks good having one person just dominate
So
the
you
whole.
can delegate now.
Okay.
So maybe we can
Yeah,
pick parts
if
that we
you'll
want
be
to
in
talk about.
charge of it, and then we'll, decide
And
who-
this presentation's tomorrow, right?
That's correct.
At what time?
City council meeting starts at 6.
6, okay.
And
That's
we're
fine.
towards the front. It'll probably be around 6:15 that they
That's
invite us up. Sometimes it's even faster than that. So it just depends on. Are
Which-
we before
which is
public
good.
appearances?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's like a little bit-
Well, if you're there for public appearances, those are sometimes
That's the one you
entertaining.
don't want to
So
miss.
Oh yeah, they're so funny. One that I've been to.
Oh my gosh.
What is that?
you get the
Just
crazy-
where if you have like an issue and you want to
Oh,
sign
okay.
up to
Anyone that wants to
speak
say
to
something,
them?
the council can sign up and
Oh, yeah.
and it could be the most random.
they get they get
Things.
3 minutes to
Oh my gosh.
use.
So if you want
What's the
your 3 minutes
acronym?
of fame, city council fame, then
And it's all recorded and everything.
yeah, that's on YouTube.
So again, these are the accomplishments from 2019.
I really like that parade banner. I like that better than the one they handed us at the last minute. It was kind of not as cool as ours.
Do you want
Weren't
it-
you responsible for that?
Yeah, we had that made. I have that in my
That's
garage. I
awesome.
have that, and then yeah, that's the one I have
Oh,
with the poles and that. And it was pretty
Suggestion.
cheap to make too.
It was
we
cool.
register for the parade early.
I'll work on that. That is a great suggestion. That'll get us up towards
So
the
we get
front.
in
Right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I will make sure that happens this year.
Do we want to assign these different parts to talk about these? Vickie could talk about the Summerfest, or do we just want to scroll through them?
But I say we scroll through the whole thing, and then we can,
Okay.
after we see what we have, we can.
Okay.
We also had Facebook page improvements, participation in Arbor Day.
You know what pops to me in those pictures? Look at the blue shirts. I think that looks really cool.
Yeah.
To identify commission people by those shirts in those pictures.
Okay.
Like, that looks cool. Way to represent.
Last year, the commission supported code change to allow more xeriscaping, and also promoted the 100 Trees project for the Centennial. We had numerous newsletter articles about garage sale signs, supporting bees, gardening tips, water conservation tips, and they will find out that we plan to continue that as part of our goals. Right now, we're just reporting on 2019. We also had the Beautification Award program and the Holiday Decoration Awards that were distributed last year. Pete, by the way, is the designer of our signs.
Oh,
For
those are awesome.
Those, if you weren't here before, they were kind of bulky and ugly metal signs that we reused, but this is.
These are actually bigger. You can see them more.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Way more colorful.
And we don't have to go back and get them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a pain. So these are the Residential Beautification Awards. April chose several pictures showing what was awarded. We can just scroll through.
I'm trying to get ones where you can see the signs.
Oh, that's cute.
That was an hour and a half conversation.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. You're like, well.
Wow.
All right.
So you're like, lady, I'm not getting paid for this.
snacks. I'm not paying for an hour and a half.
Sweet.
Holiday Decoration Award. Some of the lights that were recognized.
It's a good camera that takes that.
Do you know Kyle Slaughter?
Yeah.
That's his parents.
I saw it when they came up on Facebook. That killed me.
I know. I was like,
The Santa.
when I started putting out their name, they said Slaughter. I'm like, do you know Kyle? I'm like, yeah, that's person. Small world.
Okay, then we'll jump into the goals. These are repeat goals from the previous year. At least the main goal, the sub-goals have more likely changed a little bit as we've removed some centennial references. So goal number 1, promote worthwhile practices that enhance the beauty of Wharram. And these are the efforts that we expect to take. Encourage Orem residents and businesses to beautify their yards and properties through recognition awards. That's obviously a continuation from last year. Recognize residents and businesses during the holiday season for their efforts in decorating with lights and displays. Participate in the city's Arbor Day activities that help sustain Orem's Tree City USA designation.
Yeah, I got one that's been bothering me for a long time. If you notice sometimes along our median strips, like on Center Street, and you go down, what is that, Orem Boulevard, there's just, on the side, there's just tons of weeds. And somehow, it would be nice if we could have some way to clean that up. What I did is I got a police officer to stop traffic, and I got off with this weed killer stuff, and I was spraying.
So you're talking about like around the cracks of the medians around by the sidewalk where the tar and the concrete.
I think we could clean up our streets a little bit better in that, but especially Orem Boulevard. If you go down that, I don't know if our volunteer person.
Are you talking about the weeds between the fence and the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are actually the homeowner's responsibility.
And if they're not doing that, if we could just go along there with some weed. I mean.
But if it's something that we can address, we can put that as a goal for.
We need to
this year.
Somehow. is there any code regarding that? Or
Like
are you
right there?
You're talking about, right, so,
Actually, it's further down, up here. This stuff. Is this what you're talking about?
just all the stuff along the side of the fence?
Well, that stuff, but if you go down,
What is it in front of roughly? What, is there any,
is this Orem Boulevard?
yeah, any landmarks or anything you're talking about?
Well, there's a place there where there's some businesses and there's just some terrible weeds.
Like South Orem Boulevard or North?
By Target or down by
So
Michael's?
You start at Target and you go south.
Oh,
So
south.
more towards the that the restore or something.
And that's all private land.
Boy, I'm getting dizzy watching this.
Here we
Light
go.
speed.
Spin your chair around while you're watching this.
So this is,
Hey, look at that tree smashed.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, now you're coming up here on this side over here,
stop moving.
on the right side.
Doesn't want to go
That's weird.
anymore.
It must be at the end. Oh, that's the
Trip
end.
over.
So I need to just go like this.
Need to redraw.
Spin that again.
Have you seen the ones where they caught like a dog like chasing the Google Maps thing? It's so cute. I'll have to look it up. It's super funny. You know, because they like go with like the camera. Like I've seen them before.
Oh.
They get the images from
Oh,
it.
really?
But there was like this little dog like chasing the whole thing and like all the things.
Oh my gosh.
Cute.
Oh,
Yeah,
You got inside the building?
you gotta get rid of those weeds.
How did that happen?
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, that's
Google-
just creepy.
Google
Can you
Street,
see
you
in
go-
my house?
let's go to Vickie's house.
Yeah! Oh my gosh. You were looking in your window now.
Probably went too far south.
Okay,
That's 4th South
Yeah.
and Orem Boulevard right there.
Mm-hmm.
we'll put a little bit on this side, let me just see. Because I know last
See,
year.
There's the
There's
habitat.
That's the dog
Here we
that
go.
he just like kept chasing it
On
as
this
they were
side.
doing the map thing.
Oh, yeah, the
So
fence?
See,
I was like, how cute.
see that stuff? There's gotta be ways.
Yeah.
Along the cracks of the
So
sidewalk
funny.
can be dealt with, but I don't know how.
But this is the homeowner's responsibility, even though they live there. They're less
Okay, well, why don't we do something to
educate them.
educate them, give them a little handout? Oh, look at that
Wow.
mess. You know, because that doesn't look very,
That doesn't look like a mess to me
the
to have
sidewalk?
vines on their fence.
Vines is one thing, but yeah, having all the weeds growing from the
The
lawn.
problem is when these vines, see how it's
Coming out on the
approaching
sidewalk.
Right, so
sidewalk.
shouldn't we
I
be
have
able
a
to
problem
remove
any
that?
time a sidewalk
well,
is
the
in
vines,
view.
the vines are okay, but when you have, I mean, they're pretty. But when you have weeds and like, it's
Yeah.
gonna block the walkway and.
You can see that's been
I
overgrown
mean,
for
when
a
I come
while.
down there in my walker and
Your walker.
And he gets stuck in there and he topples over on the road
Who's riding it hardly
and no
down
one
the
picks him
sidewalk.
up.
But he doesn't talk with me because he has
And I just walk past.
she just walks past me, laughs.
That's what he's worried about.
So we can try to.
Okay, I think what we could add to that list of things that we try to do is that we encourage the residents and businesses to follow city regulations.
But this is what we. Isn't this what we did last year?
Well,
Part of it.
Because we did-
Because when we got
I
to
saw
goals for
some-
this year, that's where we want.
when we did the garage
No,
sale
this
thing
is
and they
what we
ran
did this
that,
year.
Oh, this is.
I
this
started
year, okay.
seeing people put
So we
boxes
just
on the
finished the
corners
report.
instead of
Okay.
putting them
Maybe
on
I
the
need to
Oh,
add a
sides.
really?
slide
And I
that says
think they
goals
were
for
listening.
2020.
That's awesome.
So I
So
think if
we have to
we,
get their attention and maybe the properties that have that,
And maybe do that and then just put
have the
goals.
neighborhood
2020 goals.
preservation guy go around and give them a little handout and remind them that they have
We need to
responsibility.
move
I
the
don't even
2020
know.
goals.
I don't even think they know that they're responsible for that.
I think we could do another newsletter thing, because like I said, I think the garage sale thing helped. I saw things, signs not
So
on the street,
would it
on
be
the
good to
signs.
have a picture of what we're concerned about so they understand it in the newsletter?
Yeah, like on the city newsletter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Examples
Yeah.
I don't know if we should.
But
We talked last month about doing some
I don't want to
kind
get
of
any, I don't want to
citizen
embarrass anybody, but I want to
recognition for
get the point out
cleaning
that this
things
is,
up.
this is
Wouldn't
a
that
problem.
kind of go along with that?
And Orem Boulevard is really a well-traveled street, and it's supposed to be in the master plan, will be part of the, you know, have a big impact in the master plan.
Uh-huh.
So that's one thing.
Okay.
The other thing is, if we don't get West Center Street done, I'm gonna go light it on fire this summer.
you just incriminated yourself.
And I'm willing to go to jail for it.
So that means I can go light it on fire.
Yeah.
He'll get in trouble.
You guys all need to state your name so it's on.
But when I go, I'm gonna blame it
Be
on
hard to
the
do when
real
he's
estate
walking.
agent.
I wonder.
Blame it on the real
Right?
estate agent.
Isn't this what we were talking about last month about recognizing citizens for cleaning up areas and, I mean, wouldn't that go along?
Well, I think we just need to educate. Maybe that's the word we need. Educate Orem citizens through the monthly newsletter
About their
about regulations.
We have this goal, goal number 2, that says continue to promote the Commission of Beautification activities and education opportunities through its Facebook page and city newsletter.
So I don't think
Yeah,
we
but
need to specifically address the weeds in this section
Part
of.
of it is also that
think
a
it's
lot of
good.
citizens don't know that they are responsible for the property
Yeah.
of the sidewalk, and also like during the winter months, they're responsible to shovel their own sidewalk. The city is not responsible to shovel
Yeah.
the sidewalk.
So I think you're right that this concern is addressed by in this particular goal, and it's just a matter of focusing on that as an educational component.
Could we do
Okay.
this? Could we put
So
in
maybe
our-
when we get to that point, if you'll let me talk about the garage sale article and how we felt like that
Can we
helped.
put in a
and-
picture of
Yeah.
that, show the city council
Okay.
what we're concerned about? Because these are words, but if we put a picture of what we were concerned about and show them
I'm not
that,
concerned with that.
that part of the street, that maybe they'll understand what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Don't make that face.
I'm just making what they're
He's
saying.
just the facilitator, right?
Well, when I talk about the garage sale regulation, how about I say this year we're also going to explore and let the public know about their responsibility in taking care of their property,
did?
even if it's along a city
Oh,
thing
sorry.
or something like that.
I do it all
That
the
works.
time. Oh my god.
I like that.
Okay.
Are
We're
you
gonna
okay?
we're gonna continue to
Or
educate.
did you just have a stroke or something?
She just went.
She just popped her neck.
I didn't do anything. With these little arthritis hands, I don't. She's creeping me out.
Anyway,
Yeah.
somehow I want the city council to see what.
Because
Sorry.
I think people
We're out of control.
are,
Pops like
if
that.
they know the regulation,
All the time?
I mean, just the simple regulation of that you have 24 hours to clear your sidewalk when it snows.
No.
Some
it's
people
really
don't
good.
even know that, you know. So,
Well, and some people,
I didn't know
you know,
that was regulation. Yeah.
we gotta get them to know, we gotta get them to care,
yeah.
to care about it.
We can't. We
We
can't.
can't force them.
All we can do is educate, because we're not going to get
Educate
everyone
them
to care,
and
though.
encourage them and have like the neighborhood preservation come by and say, would you please take care
Yeah.
of this?
Yeah.
The guy that,
And like, why?
there's this guy that's really angry,
Yeah.
and if he has to take care of it,
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that your yard's gonna look the same.
Probably catch it on fire.
Anyway,
Okay.
we just need to make sure that that's,
Part of it. Okay.
and I can blow my horn on that one, because that's,
There you go. That's your assignment.
Just remember, we only have like
I can blame Tanya.
3 or 4 minutes to do this presentation.
You can sign up for the public thing before.
Yes.
Right? There you go.
Yeah.
Please do.
You get to a whole 3 minutes there.
As a concerned citizen.
All right, realtor, watch out. Toilet paper your
You must
car.
not like realtors or something. I don't
I don't
understand.
know.
Toilet
Tell
paper
me.
your car.
It's okay.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
Do we want to add any? So this is the goal.
Okay, I have a question. On the city newsletter or Facebook page that I've been seeing, they're talking about these star yards. Have you seen it?
Oh, I did see that on the
And I'm
Orem City,
thinking,
because I was like, is that us? Or
Is that
something
us?
separate?
Shouldn't that be us?
I don't know. They're
about
doing
that.
like all-star
Yeah, the All-Star
yards?
program is through the rehabilitation of properties. So like if there's a property that's fallen into blight and they bring it back to, you know, a minimum standard, then they're called property All-Star, and then they're recognized.
Was it the house we
There's some-
remodeled?
there's some
Okay, so-
And it
properties-
has a yard?
Oh, we were
It's
wondering-
Who does that?
So
Ken.
much better.
Kenna does, okay, so it's neighborhood.
So we have a
Okay, so that's on his committee.
Yeah, I did see that too, because I was like,
Sean's
is that
gonna
just
relax
I know.
our-
Is somebody
or
taking
something
over our
different?
stuff? Yeah.
Interesting.
It's not a commission, it's just a program that she's doing through
Oh, you have
CCC.
So we,
Properties?
can you explain Kenna's role and what she's doing?
Yeah, so Kenna is our community services manager, and she does a lot with, you know, poverty, blight, affordable housing, kind of those type of things. And so this is just kind of one of her programs that she's using to help.
We should
improve
probably
neighborhoods.
invite her to come and
Yeah.
Should be a good
tell
one.
her.
I mean, you guys would work nicely with her in the things that she's trying to do.
we could.
Does she
help
enforce
each
the
other.
regulations if somebody's not
She
following the
helps,
rules?
she's on the
then?
NPU committee.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
She'd be the one that would.
Well, yeah, because we
Could enforce that.
We are involved with that committee.
Mhm.
I mean, preservation officers. So,
Yeah, Kenna's kind of got the funding arm, like, you know, she has a lot of resources that she can help
Through
the
CDG.
people get their
Mm-hmm.
properties taken care of.
Oh, that's
She
interesting.
organizes service projects, so if there's, you know, young men and young women type groups. Here, hold on a second.
That's interesting.
She'll help organize service projects. If there's state or county resources, she gets those involved.
So what I'll do is I made a note to invite her to a meeting soon. Next month, I've invited Jason Bench to come and talk about the State Street Master Plan, which was requested at the last meeting to understand what the vision is for State Street. So we'll, rather than double book someone, we'll invite her at a subsequent meeting following that. I should just say, in the email that I sent out, there were some ideas for new goals that was promoting a way to let the public let others know when they or someone they know does something to beautify Orem. We talked about creating a hashtag of beautify Orem or something like that. We also
This might sound stupid. Does that work on Facebook too? Or is that just Instagram?
They work.
No.
The way the hashtags are helpful is for searching your old posts. Like if you wanted to go back and review 2019, you could just search for that hashtag and then pull up all of your posts all in one feed.
Okay.
but you can post it on Instagram or Facebook with the hashtag, or on Twitter.
So that's why I invited Pete here is to give us some ideas of how we could make that work. But if we're interested in doing that, we could add that as a goal to.
Use social media more, or what? How would you say?
Because if someone like went and cleaned up garbage at the park, they could be like,
So,
hashtag beautify Orem.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that.
Hashtag beautify Orem. I hold my weeds.
Yeah.
so that was,
Yeah, totally.
you weren't here, but that was my idea. Thank you.
Good job, Sean.
Great idea.
What I was envisioning is that we can get it to where people start feeling like they want to like compete in a friendly way to see how people can get going and like get the ball rolling where they want to like, so this group went out and did this. Oh, there's another group. Well, we can do something good too. So we're going to show people that we can do just as good and maybe get areas in the community, whether it be like church groups or youth groups or just neighbors or family that wants to go out and do something, and then they can put it on there and be recognized, and we can start posting those things like on our bulletin board or on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
I think that is a better way to address things like weeds and snow and, you know, keep
Just good
be
examples.
positive, you know.
Yeah.
Look what these people are doing. This is so great. Pull your weeds and you can be over here.
Yeah.
And I think that's a better way to approach it than to say, oh, shame on you for your stupid little weeds. Because they drive me nuts too.
See,
But
here's the thing.
Yeah.
If it's a rental, we have to get to the owners because the people in the house don't care.
Right.
They don't have
well,
any-
I don't agree with that.
Well, go
at all.
down to 400 West.
I live right where you're talking about. That was my house that had those.
The one we burned down that
The
last.
vines?
Nuh-uh. Oh.
No,
She starts crying. We're like,
She's pulling.
took a wild turn.
So what would we call it?
Beautify Orem. Hashtag Beautify Orem.
Yeah,
So
use
one
social media.
Just not
idea.
hashtag BO, like you said, right?
Oh, yeah.
The what?
BO.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my.
In the email I said, promote a way to let the public, let others know when they or someone they know does something to beautify Wharram. Hashtag beautify Wharram.
Well, it's like
Is that too
Sheralyn
wordy?
was saying, they've been working for a year on that remodel, on that house. And now they're to the point where they're gonna be putting the yard in. Well, how cool to be able to go on a hashtag, look at our beautiful yard now.
Yeah.
And have people, in all these yards we've got signs in.
Yeah.
You know?
But I more so than just that, my vision is not just like their little bubble of Orem, but like, let's go over to the city cemetery and pick up trash. Take a picture of what
Like
they're doing,
parks
show the
and
trash,
stuff.
hashtag beautiful.
Absolutely, I think that's
So
a great
there's
idea.
more like service volunteering or just people wanting to be helpful, and we can recognize them for doing that because I'm sure people do that, but I think we can get more doing it if we made it more of like a friendly competition.
Okay, I just had a thought on that. We should do, I should do a thought?
I just had a thought too.
No, like we should do
I
a
have
cleanup.
the
We should do our own
We should
first
do it
one
and then say, hey, you guys,
and say,
show us what you got.
can you one up us and see what you guys can do?
I have something to say.
Okay, she has something to say.
So the BYU MPA program is having a day of service on April 1st, and we have partnered with the city
Really?
to clean
April
up.
1st?
No, April 3rd, not April 1st. April 3rd. You're right, not
Fools.
April 1st. April
What
3rd.
are you doing?
April 3rd, it's a day of service, and we are going to be cleaning up and getting ready for summer, Nielson's Grove Park. And we usually have about 60-ish people, and they
Oh, you
wanted
gotta
to
get my
invite the
spot.
commission.
I have a spot over there
You
that we
do?
weed, so
That's
you guys
why
can
we're,
take it.
Okay.
that's why we're going over there.
Yeah, so needs it.
So what if, I was just talking with the person that's over this, and she would love to invite the commission to participate in that. So what if we did that as kind of our kickoff?
Yeah,
Well,
I like
Is it
that.
Laura?
I like that, and I
Oh,
would.
Laura is the person we're working with.
I would do
Yes,
that.
yeah.
She's so sweet.
I would
She is.
be in on that. I would like to see maybe some focus areas, like the weed thing, and put it in our blurb in our newsletter, in the newsletter every month. These are some areas in Orem that need some attention, and these are some that already got attention. Look how great these look. Maybe you guys want to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what can
But-
you guys do?
But put areas, maybe somebody could look right here and kind of help. Or this neighbor is 90 years old and in a wheelchair and can't weed his lawn or weed his yard.
That's
Anybody
me.
want
So
to
we'd
help?
have to maybe get permission from any
Yeah.
homeowners
Maybe,
or
yeah.
owners of properties.
To
that-
say it.
But maybe
to put
just
that in there.
encourage something like
Uh-huh.
that.
That's a great
I
idea.
mean, just give them ideas, not just say,
Yeah, and like I said last meeting, this is something that's going to probably require a couple years to get
Yeah.
the ball rolling, but we can initiate and start
I think
the
it's
idea.
a great idea. And it can
What
evolve.
time is that activity, do you know?
It's from 9 to 12:30, and we're going to have lunch for everybody.
Is that on a Saturday?
9:30.
It's a Friday. It's a Friday morning.
9 to
12:30.
9 to 12:30. And then you just meet at Nelson's Grove.
Mm-hmm. And the only thing that you need to bring are gloves. They'll have all of the equipment
Tools.
and supplies. Yeah, we'll be doing cleaning around the tree rings and just other kind of cleanup. And then if the weather's good, we'll be doing some painting. So, yeah, it's gonna
Awesome.
be awesome. Yeah. So, so is that a plan? Do you want me to tell her that we'll be
Yeah.
doing that?
I'm up for it. I'm in with it.
We should wear shirts,
Yes.
take some pictures.
We should wear
Yeah.
shirts.
Our shirts.
Oh.
Yes. But ours is in particular.
Well, that just ruined my day.
The other option.
To wear a shirt.
Yeah, and then
Take either
we should definitely get pictures of that and put it on Facebook.
I don't
Okay.
know
Which
why
part?
I'm so snarky today, sorry.
Like maybe working, yeah, no. And then like afterwards,
Yeah.
you know, group picture and then.
I think that would be awesome.
I think rather than, also, we can put it on our commission Facebook page, but to get it on the Orem Facebook page, because there's a lot more people who are,
Pete, you typically repost stuff at
When I see it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes it would be nice to get that, just an email or a little reminder that, oh, hey, we just posted something new, could you share it?
If you're gonna post something on Facebook, if you'll send me that there's something on Facebook, then I will send it to Pete.
Is there a way that it can automatically
Not that I know of.
go there?
No.
If we put a hashtag Pete.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, I can look into that, but not that I know of.
Okay.
All right.
So this event that you were just talking about, is that a specific goal that we want to mention here, or is that something that we would do that's already in?
no, just part of that hashtag.
I mean, I think that's kind of like
Okay.
a kickoff to that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do we have the hashtag on there? I didn't
Then
see
you
it.
take
I moved it to.
it's right there.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to use the hashtag Beautify Orem? Oh,
Mhm.
you just typed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
You're
that.
so rude.
What's this event called?
With
NPA
hashtag.
Day of Service.
MPA?
Uh-huh.
I'm
What does
okay, I
hashtag
can't
mean?
spell beautify. B-E-A-U.
Who wants to explain it to him?
It's like,
When you-
well, I
when
always
you
use
say
it on
hashtag, I think
Instagram,
of
right?
hash
It's the little
browns and-
pound sign.
Yeah,
Like you
people
can
can
click
use it
on
on
it and it pulls up
Facebook
everything that's been
What,
tagged.
what it
back.
is it's a
Like
it's
I
a
have
s-
ones for my
it's
dog,
a
so if I'm like,
succinct
oh, I
way
want to see
to
pictures of
send a
Tanya.
message.
That's all I want to see.
If,
You, like,
if-
click on
after
it and
you
it just pulls up all the pictures
you
on
say
Instagram.
something and you
I've
say
never-
beautify Wharram and
I
it
don't
promotes
use
a
Instagram
cause
or
or
Twitter. I have
or
accounts.
Yeah.
it,
It's like
Like-
tagging.
it summarizes something that you're a message that you're trying to portray. So
And then
I
allow
thought it had to do with hash brown potato.
Okay, Tanya, I got it on my calendar.
Great. Like look on
it kinda
Instagram,
does.
that's hashtag Kinga Rainbow Bennett, which is my dog. And so that pulls up all the pictures of her. And she
Rainbow
is
Bennett?
so
which is like 1,000.
Is that,
It
your,
For
is.
today.
is that your name now, Rainbow Bennett?
That's her middle name
That's
is
the name of her
Rainbow,
dog.
obviously.
Okay.
It's so cute.
there was also a discussion about sponsoring a beautification week at the last meeting. Recognizing park staff in a meaningful way for their efforts to beautify the city. Those were three additional goals that were discussed at the last meeting. And then everyone was going to go home and think about other ideas for goals. So.
Oh yeah. And here we are.
discuss lots of
I-
items.
Yes.
I think what you've got is great.
Yeah.
We don't need to think of stuff just to keep you
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
I think you've got
Yeah.
enough to, as a volunteer commission, to move forward and make a difference. So I don't guilt
I
yourself
do
into
like
doing.
the idea of doing a recognition with the parks people and, you know, whether it's a pizza party or whatever we end up doing. I think that's a really good thing for us to have that
No,
unity
that was
with them.
that was one that we talked about brainstorm last time. Jason brought that up.
Didn't he
I
say
think I saw that
Pleasant
on
Grove did
minutes.
it, or another city did it, and
It might have been. Oh, he's the parks director. He's
In
the
Lehigh.
parks manager in Lehigh. So maybe
maybe it was Lehigh.
Yeah, maybe it's something that they did in his neck of the woods, or something that he knows would be appreciated by
Yeah.
staff.
I thought that was a good idea.
That would be for full-time people.
Recognize. So should I add that one?
I don't know. Don't do it on my account. I'm just putting it out there.
Do we have the funds to feed them
You have,
pizza?
you have a budget of about $1,500.
Oh,
But $500 for
Yeah,
signs,
it's gonna-
and candy is gonna
and
be
candy's
like
gonna be-
at least $500 this year.
Really,
We are not
Prob-
handing one
I do-
Tootsie Roll to each kid.
there might be other ways to recognize them as well. And it-
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have to specify what we're gonna do. We can just say that that's something we want to do and figure out
And
how we're gonna
decide.
do it.
I like that.
Okay.
I think that should
I'm
be
good with that.
I mean,
there are, I mean, since I manage parks as well, there are efforts by the recreation department that they provide a barbecue for them at the end of the season because of all their hard work to make sure that the fields and things are ready. So they do get recognized with food by other ways. So perhaps a different.
I mean, we can also like somehow get them maybe from something like that and get a group picture or
Like
just get
picture
pictures
of
and
them
spotlight
and
them. And
about who
Or what
they
if
are.
we came and
Post it.
served the food at that or something where
that would be
we
That
good.
would be cool.
say,
Help the
That's a good
recreation department.
yeah.
Uh-huh. I like
Team
that.
up with them and
Yeah.
use their money, but
Well,
use
right,
our
but like
But you
Flavor.
come for us.
personality. And our
Exactly.
shirt.
And hats.
our cute personalities.
Don't wake
Some
him up.
personality
Don't wake him
embedded,
up.
though.
I like that.
What do you want?
I like that. That's a
Yeah.
good work. Really good. Is it?
Do you think there's a chance this year we'll get that West Center Street done?
Oh my hell! Are you bringing that up again?
Yeah, well, nobody bid on it.
Is it out for bid now?
We're working towards that, but there's also a funding. There's potential that the money that we've funded that we had last year isn't enough. So if we put it out to bid and it came in over bid, then we would have to find money elsewhere or request additional funds. So, but it's something that we want to get done. It's just a matter of funding and interest in this uber competitive construction economy.
Yeah.
Whose responsibility is the roundabout on 12th South and 4th West?
That's
Oh.
UVU's.
Because
That's beautiful, isn't it?
that girl, that person that does that, it looks so good.
It does.
It does look
I use that numerous times.
Yeah, I live right by there and drive around it there. Like, wow, that sure looks good.
Maybe
Did
we
you
should
see
give
it
them
when
a
somebody
sign this
drove
summer.
up through
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Maybe we should put a sign
Fire
on the
mark.
roundabout.
Beautiful roundabout.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Why not?
Okay,
That's good.
are we happy with this?
Mhm.
Yes.
I might just tweak a few of the formatting things here, but if we're happy with these two goals and with, it looks like there's 4 sub-goals here and 4 sub-goals here. What I'll do is make some minor tweaks to it and then send it out to the group. I'll do that right after this meeting so that you have it right away, and then I guess now's the time to decide who speaks when.
Before we do that, if you go to like start slideshow, I embedded transitions into these slides, and so if we're adding or changing things around, we need to make sure they're uniform, or otherwise we'll be doing something and it'll like do something funky. It's like every time you hit enter, it'll. Hey, where you going? Like that.
Nice.
I just didn't like boring transitions.
So maybe I'll fix that to where it just pops in.
Yeah. So like those came in, and then all of a sudden this is just plain. So I don't know if we want to just.
What do you guys like, the floaty in stuff or just the appear?
I like
No,
the
it's fine.
floaty in.
That's fine.
All right,
Is there like music in the background? No?
Yeah.
Just Sean's voice.
Like Michael
You could
Jackson's
just-
Man in the Mirror.
No, I don't listen to him anymore.
That's funny.
It's like motivational. Get everyone like,
No.
oh, yes, I believe.
I think just appear.
Well, I'd like to get more businesses.
It goes faster if you just have them appear, and I think
Yeah.
that's what, it's like
I'd like to get more
Yeah,
businesses
I agree.
that we can give holiday decorating contests to. It was the same ones, and then one didn't do it, so that's something we can look at. Getting our businesses to decorate for Christmas.
So are you still on the commission since you're
No,
just like a lower?
I'm not on the commission
Oh.
anymore. I got thrown off.
Huh.
No, he's still here.
Oh,
He's just
It's not-
doesn't lead the meetings
Oh,
anymore. He's one of many minds to help.
Didn't even bring your shirt. I see how it is.
She's hitting back.
Yeah.
Don't let her comment on that.
Gotta take it if you dish it.
So like the transitions like those I like. Maybe the other ones with the words coming in, we can just take those out. It's not hard to take them out.
Just with the
Happy to
pictures.
do that.
Whose camera is that? Because that's really a good camera to take
Just
pictures.
Just my phone.
Most
Phones?
phones
Yeah,
nowadays
just my
Dad,
phone.
can take those kind of pictures.
My camera can't do that good.
Do you have a smartphone?
Yeah, he
It's not
does.
very smart.
He does.
Okay, does anybody want to talk on a certain area during the
I can have the goals go in one at a time.
You could do that if you want, so then we don't. Yeah, maybe that, but everything else.
Yeah. I'll just have them appear, boom, and then 2, 3.
Or do
Right.
you? I mean, if you want, you can do it appearing based on when we hit the enter button.
That's what it will
Okay.
do.
Okay. So then we can speed up if we
Once
need
you're
to.
done talking about
Okay.
it, you hit it, and it'll
Okay.
pop the next goal up. All right. So who's going to talk when?
Anyone want to volunteer for a certain part? Do you want to
I'd
talk
rather-
about yard awards, or does anyone? Do you want to?
You should
Do you wanna
talk
talk about
about
Yard Awards?
Facebook, because you do the
Oh,
Facebook.
you
yeah.
do the
Facebook.
Facebook page?
She's
Yeah,
the queen
I'm
of
sorry,
social
are
media.
you okay with that?
Yeah,
I mean to-
I can do that.
And the hashtag.
I don't want to talk.
And our new hashtag.
You talked about one slide of the awards where the lady chatted with you for a while.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you can talk about the beautification awards we've given out and just mention a small bit of your experience with how
Okay.
Like
your
she
interaction was.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it?
Just
How they felt about
Nothing
it.
worse than giving
Yeah.
one to someone that's like, oh, I'm like, oh, never mind. Whatever.
I had one that they just needed to weed one little patch of their front yard. Everything else was weeded, but this one patch.
And then you come back.
I kept going back, and
Oh.
they never weeded it. It's like, if you would weed, I told my husband we ought to just go weed it one night. He's like, you're not weeding it and then giving them an award. I know, but if they would weed it, because everything else looks so nice, but this one little patch, and it's like,
We really liked the weeds.
I don't-
More natural look.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's really interesting.
But it's like, please just weed that.
Yeah. Like,
so.
So let's just go.
I'll-
Sean's going to start us out.
I'll start and just run the presentation, and then when it gets to certain points, I can just turn the time over to whoever wants to run it. I think I can go up until this point, and then we go to accomplishments. Maybe we can let someone else.
So who's talking parade?
You want to talk about our accomplishments?
Do we really all
Just-
need to talk?
We don't have to.
I'm fine.
You don't
usually
want
there's
to?
been 2 or 3
Whatever.
people up there, right?
Okay, Vickie
And then
doesn't
everyone
want
else.
I honestly,
If you don't want to,
If you
but
don't like
Yeah,
it.
if you have a fear of
You don't
it,
have to
there's
do
no.
it.
I don't have a
shouldn't
fear.
pressure you.
I addressed the city council a year ago for my turn on the CDBG. I'd just rather
You
Not
think
have
they're
to do
hearing
it
too
again.
much about you? They're like, oh, this.
I don't like my face out there, and I don't like. Yeah,
She likes to fly under the radar.
I do.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever you want me to do.
I just don't want to be the only person talking. So just show that
Yeah,
there's
it's
more
such
Well,
a
why don't the two
involvement.
of you do it? Because you're the
The
Chair and the
co-chair.
co-chair.
yeah.
Yes.
Just the two of
I
you can
second
tag
that.
team. Then it's not like people kind of jumping
And
in
we'll
and
be in the
out. I don't know.
background on
And
the
that would
seats,
go
like,
smoother.
But
yeah, yeah.
okay, so then if we do
We
that,
don't
when we
have
get
to. I'm just
to
saying that.
when we get to introductions and I say your name, Sheralyn, I expect you to stand up and curtsy.
You know what? It would be nice to have a picture with the city council with all of us. The city council's always big to go up there and take pictures with the Boy Scouts or whatever. Let's do one
Why
with
not
us.
Are you feeling left out?
I think
No,
that's.
I just want to feel the love from the city council and the mayor.
I
He's
could put
great.
they would love. They would do
Absolutely.
it if you guys want it.
I think that would be cool to have on our Facebook
We'd have
On
to
the
stay
Facebook
till the
page,
end
it
of the
would
meeting to
actually-
get it, but
No, we could do it at the beginning. I don't know when they do. They
does
usually
the
do
meeting go?
pictures at the beginning,
If
don't
Boy
they?
Scouts come in and they want a picture,
It's
they'll
like
do
right
it.
after a presentation, you just want to step up on the stage and turn around and have a.
I'm
camera.
okay with that because I'm not staying for the whole meeting. I don't.
Oh, I'm not either. It's like it could be like 3 hours.
Yeah, who wants? I don't care about all that.
You would have to say, we would like to have a picture with you guys. I can give them a heads up
Okay.
Well, how do you
to put
guys
on
feel
our to
about
put on
it?
our Facebook page.
And then are we wearing our blue shirts then?
Wear your
Yes.
blue shirt, yeah.
Okay.
That's a good idea. So tomorrow night, Erin, your blue shirt?
Sending a reminder, somebody
Oh, yeah,
calling.
for President Tier List.
Just put it in the
Yeah.
minivan so you can.
It's got a big Y on the front.
I think that's like, yeah.
Are you guys
Okay, do you
with
want
that?
me to talk about the accomplishments then? You do that first part and then you can turn it over to
Yeah,
me.
if you want to do accomplishments, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm fine with whatever.
Okay.
And then, so will you go all the way through the Beautification Awards then, and then turn the goals over to Sean?
Unless you want to talk about yards. Do you want to?
I don't need to. I mean, I don't care. It's whatever.
Just scroll through them pretty fast, yeah. We don't need to.
I don't know I haven't seen the agenda. I don't know if it's full of stuff or not, but the sooner they get out of there, the
Yeah.
Yeah. So make it go a little bit quicker, I think, just to.
Should we just get like a thumb drive and just when we get up there to say, here's your presentation?
Let's do a
Just
picture.
walk out
Keep
the
your
back.
service.
See ya.
No, we wouldn't do that. It would be funny
Okay, we've
though.
got the goals here, and I'll refine it a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'll start, and then when we get to the accomplishments, you can go, and then I'll do the goals.
Okay.
Thanks for doing that, but I also want to, I'm not changing the subject, but I am ADD, so I go like this a lot. Thank you for stepping up and chairing,
Oh,
and thanks for
yeah.
staying as the co-chair.
Yeah,
Thank you, Vickie.
no problem.
That's,
And I understand, I have 3 kids that have that,
yeah.
so.
It's squirrel at my house all the time.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
And my husband's just like,
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Maybe in the accomplishments, if we put a slide of the garage sale newsletter,
Okay.
Oh.
and then we can say, this is one thing we did
Yeah.
this year, and we felt like it really helped.
This was just a screenshot of,
Mm.
and I think is garage
Oh, okay.
sale on this one. Garage
the
sale
water.
rules,
Okay.
signs,
Oh, yeah.
You could like maybe
regulations.
highlight
But I
it.
could,
Okay, I'll do it right there.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
so this one actually, they kept publishing them if you notice.
Yeah.
The garage sale one appeared several
I
times,
noticed
and as
that.
we added, because you can see Save the Bees is on here also. Is the water conservation tips is on here also. So they kept
Okay.
reusing it in hopes of reaching
So
people.
we're not killing bees anymore?
Trying not to. We promoted ideas to help keep them healthy and vibrant.
A bee bath.
Let's get some.
A bee bath.
Yep.
I have tons
I've
of
got
birds
one.
and bees at my house. It is pretty crazy.
Okay.
Did it help?
It did.
Yeah.
But we have like a rock with
So-
like water, so we kind of have like
So
a
I'll modify
bee
this
bath
and
kind
send
of
the
thing.
PDF out just
And
so
then
that
I
you
put
can
out
review
this
it and
bird
have
feeder.
a
Okay,
sequence
so
of things in the
okay.
back of
Chris
your
is
head. I'll
I don't really
refine
think he loves it because
the
it's got our seed all over, and then we had to like pluck the
how
little
things are entering to
seeds,
kind of
but
just have them
they're so
appear
cute.
to make things go a little smoother and quicker.
Okay.
You would not like it.
And then we need everybody there at
Every
6
time I go
o'clock
outside, it's like
tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
I would.
our beehives.
I drop it on my window before I go
Little
in my
ones, but then
backyard.
there's these
We can
huge
talk offline
pigeons,
about
and
it.
I'm like, holy smokes!
He's on bees, you know.
Is-
And they like eat half the bird.
While
feeder.
we have Pete here, should
Yeah, I
do we
want
have
him
any
to
questions
tell us
about
what-
our social marketing efforts and how we can best utilize him? This hashtag idea.
I mean, you guys are doing amazing work. I mean, you're one of the most active commissions in the city, and I feel like we just need to get the word out on what you're doing. You've got great initiatives, you've got great action.
We get more people to like our page. Like we don't have very many. I don't really know how you do that.
But you know what? This idea of
The
beautify
Yeah,
Orem,
hashtag.
I think that'll
Bring people.
Bring
I think
to
so
it.
too.
bring the people to the Facebook.
And you know what we could do?
So
We
do
could-
you? Oh, go
We
ahead.
could also make some easy, cheap banners. So if we do the Jeep thing again for the parade,
Oh, like us on
we
Facebook.
could slap it on there,
Oh, yeah.
hashtag,
Hashtag. 'Cause I
and
don't
people are
think
going to
people
see
even
that.
know
They're going to
Great
go, oh,
idea.
let's look up what that is.
Because I feel like a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
people
yeah.
don't even like our page until they got an award or something. They're like,
Yeah, and
oh,
then-
you have
Or a
Facebook?
neighbor told them
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah, that's a great
But
idea.
if we have that, by that time we'll have had this little other event done, and
Yeah.
we can post stuff about that, and then people
great
can look it
idea.
up and see what it is. I mean, you got a lot of the younger generation that'll go.
Well, and it's in
Yeah.
June, so that
Yeah.
gives them all
Right.
summer to.
We could say, check
also-
out our Facebook page or hashtag
We
Beautify
can also
Orem.
include that in like the newsletter, like one of the first ones at the beginning of the season that we have a hashtag,
Mhm.
just as part of that article or something too.
So do you run the newsletter then?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, so-
You do a great job.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, one of the things we found is that giving people value to follow you. What are they going to expect if they follow your commission page? What are they going to get for it, right? You're going to give them tips. You're going to show pretty pictures.
Yes, and
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just show people that you're worth the follow, right?
Good point. Do you have other ideas on how to do that?
Well, what we're trying to do on our city page is we try to post 2 times a day, and I don't think you have to go that crazy, but sometimes it seems in social media that it's more about quantity over quality. So even if there's just a simple thing that you can put out there, even if it's just a picture, and maybe you break up your awards over a series of days so that you're getting that consistency, because at least on Facebook, the way that the algorithm works is you get kind of extra bonus points for consistency. So posting every day is super important for building an audience and getting it in front of a lot of people.
What about doing Instagram? Is there a reason why we haven't done Instagram?
Because I don't own Instagram. I don't know.
Because I mean, what if we did Instagram?
Yeah,
Those are the pictures
it'd be
and
the
stuff.
same challenge as Facebook, just as far as getting an audience. But I mean, we're more than happy to share. Anytime you guys post on your page, we're happy to post as well, and we can transfer
Like
it
if
over
we
to
could get
Instagram for
Beautify
you.
Orem, I don't know if that
So
handle is available.
How do
Some way to
people
get-
get
Yeah,
on
that's
your
really good
email
idea.
list for the newsletter?
So we have everybody who takes a digital bill. So we take all of them. Hey, hold on a second.
A
Bud.
digital what?
A digital bill. So those that are paperless and bills.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then we just collect them other ways too, like when people sign up for different things. We then
Okay.
start emailing them about city events.
So how many newsletters are you sending out?
It's almost 20,000. It's like 19.7 or something.
Okay.
So it's a lot.
I think to help facilitate that, we need to all be a little bit more active in posting things. Because if we
Because
just,
we all have access to it. I try and
Yeah.
remember to do stuff, but
so I mean, she can kind of
and
run
you
it
can schedule things too.
when you post it. Yeah,
Okay, so you could like set up things like
Like in 2 days
once
from
a
now
week.
or something.
Yeah, so it's not like you have to be looking at it every day. Like we can
Because
schedule.
if we
posts.
all posted something once a week,
that would cover it.
oh, that'd be great.
It'd be huge.
So, and if we want to do more, like every few days, I just look on it, and if I feel like I want to post something, that way your burden's lightened, and everyone
I
can like
could
add.
post a picture of my dogs and the flowers at Nielson's Grove when it's all blooming. It would be so cute. I'm doing it whether you guys agree or not.
I think it'd be adorable.
You're gonna put like a
How do you
flower
get
thing on the dog's
followers
head?
though?
Yeah.
Well, it really just comes, it's kind of an organic thing unless you're willing to pay for them. But it's,
Yeah, you can boost your
you put something interesting out there, people share it with their friends, and they're like, oh, there's good stuff happening at the Beautification Commission. I'm going to follow them. That's because when I started 4 or 5 years ago, we only had 3,000 followers on Facebook, and now we have over 20,000. And it's all just because we just continue to try to find things that people are interested in. You can do contests. That's been a huge one for us. We just finished our Valentine's Day giveaway, where we said we'll give you a gift card to any Orem restaurant, but you have to tag
Wait,
who you're going to
like
take
cooks for your
on your
yard or
romantic
something,
date
or-
and
Yeah.
which restaurant you want to go to.
You know.
And I mean that produced like 1,000 more followers.
That might be
Oh,
good
wow.
for any excess funds that we have, is
Yeah.
to do something like that.
Give away like a gift
She
card.
just had a good idea.
Greenhouse or
What if
something.
we
A gift
did
card to a
like a
greenhouse.
Yeah.
$10 gift card to different green, like, we want to
Cooks
promote
or
Cooks
Sun River
because
or-
they
I
support
don't
us,
know.
but Sun River and any of them
There's
that,
that other one.
that one down in
Stuff
Off
like that is huge.
Geneva.
Yeah.
Vineyard
What?
Shadows?
Shade.
Shade.
Yeah.
Is
But
that
it's
what
in
it's called?
Orem, right?
It is.
Okay.
I have
On
never
the
been there.
Orem side of the street.
Shade?
Okay.
Oh, they have a
I was-
cool event center.
There.
That,
I'm
I
like,
was just
I
going to
don't
say,
know.
they
Yeah.
have a really beautiful.
my son's
Not how
reception
far north
did
is
it.
it?
It's Vineyards Garden Center. It used to be. It's on 4 South and Geneva Road,
Oh, for south. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On the west, east side.
east side.
Yeah, they're nice people.
I don't
Check
know
it
them.
out.
I went in there and I met them and gave them an award for their I told them to landscape their nursery and I'll give them an award. They did. Gave an award.
Awesome.
It'd be kind of neat to do like even just like a $10 gift card.
Yeah. You buy flowers or
Oh, yeah,
seed
totally.
And then it kind of promotes that greenhouse a little bit too. You know, hey, look at these greenhouses are right in our city limits. It's not
Support our local
Yeah.
like,
nurseries.
yeah, nurseries. That's
Yeah.
yeah. Oh wow, that's another one then.
I think we ought to nominate Sheralyn's dogs as part of our
They
committee.
need to be. They should be our
'Cause they're
mascots.
always there.
They are
amazing.
so cute.
They need to be in the parade this
They
year.
both are going to be 14 this year, guys.
Oh,
Holy
I
cow. Are you preparing yourself for the inevitable?
It's going to be rough. I like cry at night sometimes about it.
But they're,
And then
totally
like
get
birds
that.
live forever and like turtles. It's just crazy.
you're like, why do dogs have to die
I know.
quick? And
But
My
smaller
snake
breeds
will
live
live to be
longer
30.
than
They
larger
get a
breeds.
grand massive.
Cubby turned 9.
29?
No, 9.
Oh,
Turns
I thought you
9.
said
Get yourself a
29.
grand
I'm hoping we have a lot longer.
massive next time.
Get a huge dog. Those ones last. They're
Yeah,
like, they're like
they're-
5 to 7 years. I'm like, how do people do this?
I know.
It's crazy.
Is there anything else we need to discuss? Thank you for coming. That was very informative.
Yeah.
I
And
will.
if you have any ideas, let me know.
Okay.
Just make it happen.
Pete's a great resource
Yeah, yeah.
to us, so he's always willing to help us out in designing stuff like the signs.
Do we want to continue doing the monthly newsletter blurb then?
I
I
really
like
like that.
I liked it too.
I think that's one of our
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
effective things that we do.
Okay.
To
Awesome.
promote what we're doing.
Jason will be here tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. He didn't say.
Everyone else is planning on being there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
With their
With
shirts
bells
on.
I mean, if
right?
we,
Can we
if,
do our picture then if everyone is really going to be there?
Oh,
Oh,
we're
Or-
supposed to be in this, but
or not.
If you came early, we could probably swap it in real quick, but it's
I'm just thinking.
I
that
say we
I
do the
pref-
picture now, and then
Since we're
if we can make it work.
But-
Okay.
we could,
that's a good idea.
but if we all are there, this would be the first time since I've been on the commission that I think the entire commission has been at the meeting together. So that would be
Yeah,
good.
and we could grab Spencer.
It looks nice having all of us up there instead of just 1 or 2 people representing.
Yeah.
Okay, I make a motion that we move
I
we
second
were-
that.
That we're
out
done.
there.
To take the
Snap a
picture.
picture.
Wait, can
Sounds
you make a
good.
Oh, yes, you can make a motion.
Okay.
You can't make a motion to adjourn, can you? She has to do
Can
that.
we?
No, she can do that.
We'll adjourn out there?
Actually, the chair's really not supposed to make any motions. They just let
Oh.
everybody else. And
Do you approve what he just said?
I approve.
Okay.
I always thought the adjournment motion was always silly anyway.
I will send
If
an
it voted down.
RSVP.
Yeah, we're stuck here.
For
Stuck here.
day of
5 more
service.
minutes.
Okay.
And then you can RSVP and then also just let us know if you have any allergies. So as we're ordering lunch.
Oh,
So-
okay.
But that'll be great. That
Or
will
just
be
if
great.
you
See how
someone's
you
phone
inspired
picture,
me.
Snap this
Oh, good.
Hey,
Oh, good.
we have the all white.
On sale.
They got the colored ones.
there.
They got the little.
I know, the newer ones are color. It's
What
so
the heck?
much nicer. It was like the second iteration.
Are we? Well, I'm assuming with the new photo, like whoever does it, like because we'll update the Facebook page, right?
Yeah, but it would be good to, if we're all there tomorrow night, to take a picture for the Facebook page.